dude, that guy writes songs, paints, writes poetry. He does so many things. I look at him, I go, God fucking loves you. Damn, man.
We are Backstage, Rocklahoma, 2025. 30,000 people outside. 3 days of music's happening. And who walks through the door but Chuck's good friend, Mr. Tommy Henriksen, man.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Tommy, always good to see you, man.
It's always good to be here, and especially at Rocklahoma. I'm glad we're back.
Right.
And finally glad to meet you also.
Yeah, it's nice to meet face to face, man.
Same here.
It's crazy because Chuck fills me in on these stories. You guys have known each other a long time.
Yeah. That's right, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, you've played with everybody. I think that's a safe description. You've played with everybody. You're here at Rocklahoma playing with Alice Cooper. I mean, it's just it's going to be such a great night, man. The first full day of rock and roll, and you guys are playing tonight. Cannot wait for it.
There's a lot of great bands on the bill, which that's why I came early, because I wanted to get here and see all the bands, because I'm a rock fan, man. I really am. I still buy music on Apple. You know what I mean?
Me too, yeah.
I do. I buy records every week.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing past like 1980 something, but I buy records.
You're still buying them.
I am. I'm still buying them.
You're an old punk rock guy, so Marky Ramone is here.
You know what? I've seen his band live, and those guys actually sound amazing, dude. He's doing a great job, Marky Ramone. I love the band. I've seen it a lot. I want to see the band Feel, but I probably missed them already because I really like those guys. Orianthi, Saliva. I want to see Dorothy. Because Sam Bam's and Dorothy.
That's right. Sam Bam's great, man.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Orianthi. I mean, just an incredible guitarist.
Yeah.
You're standing next to Nita Strauss every night, playing, in
That's
Alice Cooper's
hard
band.
on you.
Not hard on me at all. You know why? Because she's standing next to me.
That's right. That's right.
She's astounding. The first time I saw her live, Chuck, we were all together in Kansas City, and just she is a force of nature. But everybody in that band, that's the thing about an Alice Cooper band is, dude, it's always the best of the best, the most fun, the most entertaining, the best players. I'm sure there's mistakes, but I've yet to see one live.
There's tons of mistakes, dude. It's like rock and roll. Because the great thing about Alice Cooper is he lets you do your thing. He doesn't tell you, don't do that, don't stand in front of me. He's like, no, you're doing something, jump front of stage, do it. And that's why the band's great, because we have a great leader. We got a boss who is not only generous, he's great. He's in a great mood every day. There's never any bullshit. He's not a politician. It's like everything you want in a boss is that guy. I'm like, fucking, he should run for president. He really should.
That's it.
I got nothing against anybody around here. Like I said, I got no one in this race, man. I'm Swiss.
Yeah.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, and I just think about you playing with Alice Cooper, him being such a great boss.
He is.
You've known him for a long time. How long? When did you first meet Alice?
Dude, I first met Alice. I was producing a band back in Los Angeles when I was making records and stuff. And Alice came to my house because one of the guys in the band was dating Calico. And he showed up. This is like 2000, maybe 5 or 4 or something like that. And it was really funny. And I looked at him. I said, "You don't remember me, huh?" He's like, I said, "I used to work for you, dude. I was a roadie. I was driving the van. I got fired." True story.
That's great.
It's a true story, dude.
So you went from driving a truck for Alice.
I was lugging fucking Ryan Roxy's luggage, that motherfucker, dude. Really?
I'm a fan of his, too. Man, back to the old school days.
Are you kidding me? It's like, and that's right before I got my record deal with Capitol Records, like, because I was, I was, and that was before CeCe DeVille and Needle Park and Doro Pesh and all this other stuff, and Jeff Pilson, we were in a band together, War and Peace with Russ and Satchel, Steel Panther.
And, dude, Satchel is a good friend. I found out years later, I used to live 6711 Yucca Street at La Palmas Apartments.
There you go. Yep.
When he lived with Paul Gilbert. I
exactly.
lived in 101.
That was over by the Budweiser plant right over there.
Yeah, and I was, years later, we figured it out. We didn't know each other at the time. He was a lord, right? Like,
he's still a lord.
Yes,
that guy Russ was that good, or excuse me, Satchel. Yeah. Satchel was that good when he was 17. When I first saw him come to Jeff Pilson's door, when we were auditioning guitar players, he walked down and looked at Pilson and I go, "I like this kid right away." He's like, "He hasn't played anything." I like him
You can
already.
tell. Yeah.
Because he came in, and I was like going, I like his face. I was like,
Yeah, right. I get it. Do you remember?
yeah, I like your face.
Fight when he played in Fight.
Yeah, with Alfred.
Got
yeah.
that exactly.
Destroyed it.
Yep.
Like unbelievable.
But there's so many stories, dude, that
I
you
know.
go,
Yeah.
holy, really, you did that too. But anyway, I was working for Alice Cooper because I had no money. I was living on Jeff Pilson's floor. He was kind enough to let me live on his floor.
And he already had Doc and money, so he already elevated to rock star.
He was, you know, one thing he said to me, Pilson, which was the smartest thing he ever said. He says, if you ever get a record, though, Tommy, he goes, and you have enough money, buy a house, cash. He goes, because in the music industry, it's going to go here, and it's going to go here, and it's going to go here, and here, and then,
Yeah.
you know, and that was the best advice, and he actually saved my life, Pilson. And
How so?
just by fucking giving me a place to live and taking care of me, you know what I mean? Showing me, I learned a lot of stuff from Jeff Pilson, not only musically, but he's a very spiritual guy, you know what I mean? And he helped me out a lot. And so what happened was he was auditioning people. There's another thing. I auditioned for Ozzy and David Lee Roth, dude. You have no idea. All of these things happened in like within a week. But then, so I have no money, all this other stuff. And then my buddies called me up. They work for Alice Cooper and Road Crew. So my buddy, I think it was Ralph and Kenny, guitar tech and lighting guy that I started back in the day in New York City, like in 1982. These guys wanted to be roadies. We taught them how to do all this stuff. This guy, Bob Tees, taught us all this stuff. And he used to work for Foghat. So that's how we learned all of this stuff. So anyway, so they call me up like, hey, Thomas. That's the only people from the neighborhood call me Thomas. So, hey, Thomas, you want a job? I go, doing what? You be getting like bags of ice, driving a van for Alice Cooper to pay you like $50 a day. I go, where do you want me to show up? Be in North Hollywood tomorrow. So I show up, and the first thing they say to me, like whatever you do, don't lose your cool, because they know me, dude. Because if I see something, dude, I'm gonna say something, and I don't want to say anything. But there was a guy there that I was like going, oh, this motherfucker's coming my way. You know what I mean? And I was like going, and I don't like when people treat people like shit. I don't give a fuck who you are, dude.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I will walk out of the room. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because you're not special.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Some people just luckier than others, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, so when this guy said something to me, I just grabbed him and I was ready to fucking throw him over the table. And they're like, no! And then I got fired. Anyway, I'm not, you know what, man?
You've written with everybody. Well, I was was looking through your Wikipedia, sir.
Okay, you got to edit this.
And,
You guys are going to have to edit this shit. Good. So that's all I got to say.
But I mean, all the people you'd written with, some made all the sense in the world. Alice Cooper, obviously.
Yeah.
But then you jumped to Lady Gaga.
I was on a roll.
And then,
yeah.
but David Cook. Yep. You know, he's from
Chris
Kansas
Daughtry,
City.
David Cook, Chris Daughtry, all the American Idol kids I
He's
worked
from
with.
Arteta.
Amazing, man.
David Cook's Kansas City. I had no idea.
I worked with him in the studio with what was his name again? Clyde, the singer guy, amazing singer,
Nice guy.
great
He's a
guy,
sweet
dude.
guy.
Great guy. You know what? We were in the studio for a couple of days. It was great because I had this thing. I was on a roll for a little bit, and then you get in these writing sessions, and then you go, why do we need like 10 guys to write a song? I'm like going, dude, I could do this by myself.
That's right, yeah.
I'm like going, why are we doing it? Like, what's the deal? And then you find out, you go, oh, because this guy, and I'm going, and then all of a sudden I wasn't into it anymore. I was like, I'm done producing.
So were you doing this with all the American Idol winners?
Every one of them. Yeah.
Wow,
Tell me this.
man.
you still
Kelly
get
Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, everyone.
That's amazing.
the surprise checks? So you still get the surprise checks in the mail?
No,
or no?
dude, you don't see that stuff anymore.
Aye.
They'll send you a check. You'll be like, $11? What is this? I'm not complaining. I'm explaining, kids. Remember that.
But so let's jump over to the Hollywood Vampires. Chuck and I have been talking about the Hollywood Vampires and that idea.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson and
Yeah,
Hollywood Vampires.
But the original Hollywood Vampires, for people who don't know, I took Chuck to the Rainbow, and I go, we have to go upstairs, and you got to see. You have to pay the homage to the attic,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So the original was Alice. It was from the Monkees. It was
Mickey Dolenz, John Lennon, and Harry.
Yes.
What the hell's his name? Was it Chapin or something? One of those guys? I forgot the other guy's name. Sorry. And it was also,
but he was an actor.
Yeah, it was one of those guys, the big songwriter. I forgot
That's right.
the guy's name.
It was Harry Chapin.
Was that Harry Chapin was one of
I
the
think so,
original?
wasn't it? Yeah.
So
I think so.
that this name becomes famous and becomes part of Sunset Boulevard folklore.
Yes.
Then one day somebody comes. Well, who is it? Is it Alice? Is it Johnny Depp? Is it you? Who?
No.
How does this all start with Hollywood Vampires?
It was Alice and Bob Ezrin. That was
Okay.
yeah. Bob Ezrin was definitely a big key to it. Like I give a lot of that credit to Bob, because Bob has been working with Alice for the last 40 years. Bob's done the biggest records of all time. He's like another musical genius that I was lucky enough to work with. But with Bob, we were playing when Alice did Dark Shadows. He came and we were playing the 100 Club. We were doing like a secret gig there, and Alice comes to the gig. He's like, Johnny Depp's gonna come down and play guitar with us tonight. And we were like, oh, cool, man, great. I didn't think anything of it. So Johnny shows up at sound check, and he's got his guitar and his kids. I'm like, oh, this is cool, man. Talk to him a little bit. We do the gig. It goes over amazing. And then all of a sudden, next I know, we go do the Dark Shadows movie premiere thing in L.A.
Right.
And we were in there doing that. And then Bob and Alice were like, what do you think if we started a band called the Hollywood Vampires? And I was like, I think it's a great idea. What do you want to do? He's like, we'll do like, it's all about Alice's dead drunk friends and stuff. So, and we do it with Johnny Depp. Because originally we were working on this Hollywood Vampire record with the Alice Cooper band at first. And then it turned into this other thing. And then when Johnny got involved, then it turned into like Paul McCartney showing up, Dave Grohl, Robbie Krieger.
Joe Perry, right?
Because Joe was across the street.
Yeah.
So he showed up one day and he never left. So that was it. So Joe was like, he was in, And Joe Walsh. There was like so many. Brian Johnson, dude. There was like
the
shit.
Sweetest man on the face of the planet, man.
Dude, I was sitting there sometimes going, watching Robbie Krieger play and Joe Perry and all those guys.
From the Stewards, like, yeah. By the way, it was Harry Stilson, wasn't it?
That's
Nilsson. That's it.
Nilsson.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Finally popped into my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
But people wonder, like, so we're here at Rocklahoma.
Yep.
We're here with Tommy, and who's playing with Alice tonight. And, they wonder what happens backstage. Dude, these are the things, the best part, the stories, the sitting down, the touching that rock and roll, hearing about it. Like, for me, that's my favorite part of all, and it always has been.
Yeah.
And again, you're a great storyteller, man, but you've been collecting these for a lot of years.
Long time. Yeah.
So let's go to Johnny Depp. Like, I think he sounds great. I think he's amazing. But it would be easy if you're a hard musician. You've been struggling. You're trying to make a guy walks in. He's already a superstar. And you're like, oh, so you're a guitar player now.
See, nobody realizes that he was a guitar player before he became a superstar. He moved out from Florida to Los Angeles to make it in the band. Band wasn't cutting it. Nicolas Cage came up and said, hey, you should go down and audition for this movie. It just so happened to be fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. And that led to everything else. That's where, see, so when people say he's an actor, no, he's always been a musician. Dude, that guy writes songs, paints, writes poetry. He does so many things. I look at him, I go, God fucking loves you. God damn, man. Fuck, the guy's great looking. Yeah. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Pisses me
you
off
talk
when
about a
he
guy
does.
who's generous?
Yeah.
You talk about his generosity? No one even talks about that stuff, dude. That guy's like, I can't tell you, like, I could just sit here and tell you so many great things that guy's done for people, dude. You have no idea, like the charities and everything. He donates his time, and he loves music, like all the time.
No, it's real for sure. Right? And you know who else?
Yeah,
Billy
totally.
Bob Thornton was like that. He was recording albums in the 70s.
That's right.
That in the 80s, he was down playing in Atlanta, just trying to get it going, and then he ends up being a far more famous actor. But his band, like the Boxmasters, super fun.
Absolutely.
Man.
But let me tell you a quick story, real quick. That just was like 3 weeks ago. So we go to England and we're on tour, and we just did this vampire movie, right? This documentary's coming out, and we're finishing it all up, and I was like, I got to get out. When we're in England, I'm gonna just show up at Johnny's house. You know what I mean? Because I don't know where he lives right now. Because he lives like 3 hours away out of London, whatever the hell it is, or something like that. So I was like, I don't care. I'm going to find out. I'm going to call him till he picks up the phone. So finally, I get him on the phone. I'm like, dude, I'm coming. He's like, when? I go, now. He goes, where are you? I said, I'm in London. He goes, brother, I'll send you a car. I was like, all right, cool. So I got my wife and kid with me, and I look at him. I go, all right, you guys ready? We're going to be here for about 16 to 18 hours, or we might even sleep over. And we got a show tomorrow. My wife looks at him, she goes, okay. And my son, he loves Uncle Johnny, you know what I mean? So we go there, and it's in the middle, and it looks like right out of a J.K. Rowling movie, dude. It's like 15th century. And I'm like sitting there, and there he is. I walk in, he's painting, doing his thing. I'm like going, God damn, man. So I was like, dude, we got to watch the movie. So he's like, after dinner, brother, we'll watch it. So I'm like thinking, What time do you think dinner starts for Johnny Depp?
Wow, I wouldn't even try to
He's
guess.
like a vampire. Like, what, midnight, 11? Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's on Johnny Time, man.
Yeah,
It's like I look
yeah.
at him all the time and go, I want to be on Johnny Time.
Yeah.
I wish I was on Johnny Time because there's no such thing as time. So anyway, so what happens is we get to watch the movie. He loves it, and then we're talking about a vampire tour and all this other stuff. And then I say to him, I go, dude, you got to come down tomorrow night. We're gonna do this Ozzy tribute, and you got to come down. And do this because Shep just called me up and Shep's like, hey, listen, I want you to do this Ozzy thing, and so we did. So then I said to JD, I go, dude, and then he showed me all the stuff, all the guitars and everything. And we're jamming. I go, dude, you got to come down to the O2. I go, this is going to be great. Alice would love it, and it's a great tribute to Ozzy. He goes, when is it? I go, it's tomorrow, but you got to be there like by 7:30. We're opening up for Priest. It's a 3-hour ride. What time do you think Johnny gets to the gig?
Johnny Time.
We're at the second to last song. I see my son. My son, he's in the back, and I see him give me the thumbs up. I'm like going, all right, we got like one more song, and then we're going into it. And then I see Brian, our tech come out, and he's got this face on with an amp. He's like, because I made sure, I said, just set up a microphone cable so when he walks in, we got him, So he puts the cable up there, and all of a sudden I'm like, all right, cool. We start the song.
Yeah.
Johnny's nowhere to be found. So in the second verse or something, all of a sudden he walks up on stage, and no one figured it out. And then it was amazing. And we had the original band members there too that night, which was great.
Man.
So it was really cool. It was a big thing for the other guys, like Michael, Bruce, Neil, and Dennis, and the band, and then having Johnny was his extra. So it was a great night, and that just happened like 3.5 weeks ago.
Well, and paying tribute to Ozzy, man. I mean, it's just been something everybody's been talking about, processing for the last months, and it's all we're going to be talking about.
Alice Cooper.
Seeing that tribute, man, just amazing.
Yep. But Chuck, Alice Cooper, since that night, we have been doing Paranoid every night.
That's amazing.
And he wears an Ozzy shirt. And he says good night, Ozzy, every night.
That's amazing.
You know what? Like that was just like, oh, I'm going to do this for the press. Coop's out here. We're finishing this tour. We're doing it tonight, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool, dude.
You tell me, it's dude, how do you stay so just overwhelmingly positive and happy and thankful and grateful?
You know what, man? I got to tell you, it's like when you come from nothing, you know what I mean? I come from nothing, dude. I come from welfare. My mother worked 4 jobs, you know what I mean? My old man was a fucking loser. It's just like you realize it when you're a kid. You're like, I'm never going to be like that. I want to be a great dad if I ever am a dad. I want to be a good person. I want to treat everybody with respect. I give everybody the time, man. Anyone, if my gardener's got an idea, I'm like, let me hear it. You know what I mean? I don't care, but like and I'm real, dude. I'm the realest motherfucker you will ever meet. Trust me on that when I tell you that. Never fucked anybody over, And I'm still working my balls off around here to try and get shit done.
Man, that's right. And you're
I'm like,
a fan.
oh wait. I'm like, what else can I kill today? I gotta eat.
You said it at the very beginning. You're a fan too. I mean, like before any of that, you're a fan.
And Crossbone Scully, dude. I got to work with my all-time favorite producer of all time, dude, which was like, to me,
one of the greatest producers.
No, he is the greatest producer of all time. I even told Bob Ezra that. Bob, I love you, but
Mutt,
it's Mutt Lang, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, there's no argument.
No, and to me, the Crossbone Scully thing, doing that with him, I've learned, you have no idea, so much about songwriting and arrangements and looking at things, and I can't thank that guy. I sent him text messages like probably one every 2 weeks where I just say, Mutt, I fucking love you, man. Thank you. And you know what? All the time, just out of the blue.
Well, even so, musician, artist, all that, but just as a fan, to be able to text Mutt.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you're back, years ago, listening to AC/DC, listening to all these incredible records, like stuff, that Leopard stuff, like you go, one day I'm going to be just texting Mutt. Mutt and I are going to text.
I had no idea.
What are you doing? Emoji.
You can't make this shit. You can't make this shit up,
man.
man.
It's great.
It's unbelievable for me because it's just like, because I come from like, I'm always looking at like producers and engineers because I want to know like who did all these records and stuff like that. And I'd always see Bob Ezrin's name. I'd always see like Hugh Padgham, Bruce Fairbairn. Like Bruce Fairbairn was another incredible producer. Yeah. Bob Rock, you know what I mean? Like those are like the guys.
Tom Werman.
Tom Werman too. He made some great records. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with like Mutt Lang, it's just I don't know, man. There's a thing about him though. It's like this aura, man. It's like I'm being around fucking Yoda and shit. You know? No, it is. It's like I can't explain it. Well, I'm just like anything he tells me to do, I do it. I've never said to Mutt Lang, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? If he says, put that there, do that there, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
He's Mutt Lang, dude.
And then in just a few hours, you still get jacked up like crazy, like little kid jacked up before you walk up on it. So you go, tonight I'm going to play with Alice.
Fuck,
Alice,
I was jacked up coming in this fucking interview, man. What are you talking about? I'm sorry for cursing. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
But can you still get, do you still honestly
All
in
time.
your heart get
All
there, like
time.
little kid, like this is going to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We do a thing. It's really cool because in our dressing, because we're pretty tight as a band. You know what I mean? Like a lot of bands, don't get along, but we get along really well. Like everyone has respect for each other in Alice Cooper. Like we all know, Glenn, he's going to be grumpy when we get to Europe. You know what I mean? So you don't talk to him. All these. So you kind of know all of these things.
Right, yeah.
I'm only kidding, Glenn, but I'm not.
Now he's really going to be grumpy, man.
Well, you know what? You deserve it. It's like I'm jet lagged 24 hours a day, dude. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here, but before we ever do show, we usually take about an hour to get dressed. I always say put on my clown suit. You know what I mean? Because we all get dressed up and stuff like that. And then we just play music. We play guitar, just chill. You know what I mean? And then we have a little wet your whistle of this Widow Jane that I like.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? Just to get my voice so I can get like Alice Cooper.
Dude.
That's it, man. That's it. I love it. Tommy Hendrickson, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Anything else you guys want to ask me?
I think we got
ask
about
me.
7 more hours, man, to talk with you.
Yep.
You got to get on stage at some point. I think.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You have to get on stage at some point.
For a while, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, when are we playing? What's the show time? Like, what is it?
What time are you on tonight? Because you're going right. So
Is it Johnny Depp time?
Yeah.
No, this is Alice Cooper time. Alice Cooper time is always
on time.
You see, I bet that's like.
If you're on time, you're late, brother. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It's like if it's 7:30, you better be there about 7:15 because Coop's ready to go.
And
That's what
Alice
I love
Cooper
about.
tells you to show up. You show up. Right?
I show up before him.
Thank you,
That's
brother.
it, man.
Yeah, you guys, man. Thank you. I love you guys, man. Seriously. Thanks. Yep. Anything you need, bro. Anything.